How's it going, everybody? Chip Bleem here from Freedom Chiropractic and Rehab. Today we're going to go over an exercise we call the Pallof press. A really simple name for it is to call it an anti-rotation press. So we use this exercise a lot with our rotational athletes, and just about every sport involves some level of rotation. Most people think that they should be creating the rotation through their lumbar spine. In reality, that rotation should come through their hips and through their T-spine, with the lumbar spine staying stable. So I'm going to ask Ryan to come on in and join me here. We're going to go over this exercise just so you can give it a shot at home. There's a couple different positions to do this in. So I'm going to have Ryan start here in a tall kneeling position. When we say tall kneeling, we mean both knees are on the ground. He's going to start with that band at his chest. On a count of 3, he's going to press that band out in front of his chest and hold that away. So a lot of times when people see this exercise, they think it's an arm exercise. So as he's holding out here, what's happening is the band is actually forcing Ryan into a little bit of rotation, right? So we're not actually exercising his arms, so you can bring it back in. We're gonna have him hold for about a count of 10. So as he presses out, he's gonna hold for a count of 10 there. Seems like a really simple exercise. Like I said, this band is pulling Ryan back in. Again, you can bring that back in, Ryan. The next step is gonna be to take this into what we would call a half kneeling position. So Ryan's keeping the leg that's down closest to the anchor point. He's taking the leg that's away from the anchor point out. You see he's in a nice wide stance here. Here he's challenging his balance a little bit more because he's only got 1 point of contact, or 3 points of contact on the ground, but it's a little bit less stable. Again, that traction or the tension is there from the band. Now, to make this a little bit more challenging, I'll have Ryan bring that in. I'm gonna have him walk that foot in towards the midline, so he's almost in line. You can see how his left foot is pretty much in line with his right knee. And again, as he presses this out, it makes him a little bit more unstable. We want to make sure that Ryan is firing that downside glute, so that right side leg. One of the easiest ways to cue this is for Ryan to try to push that right knee into the floor. You can feel that glute kick in, and he should feel this. You can bring that back to your chest if you need to, Ryan. He should feel this through the core, because what's happening is it's trying to rotate him and he's preventing that rotation. The next step here is for Ryan to go into what we would call a split squat hold. So that knee comes just up off the pad. This is a little bit more challenging and requires a little bit more control through the lower extremities. Again, Ryan is pressing out, hold for 10. He can even make this a little more challenging if he wants by raising those hands up in front of his eyes and then back down. Slow and controlled. Bring that back in. And then the next step in the final position here we're going to have him do is a standing position. So he's going to do his feet pretty much together, so nice narrow base, and again, that same press out, and he should feel that core engage. He's fighting here, squeezing those glutes, squeezing the core, and again, he can raise up and down there and bring it back to his chest. Now, I'll take that back to me, Ryan. Now, what you'll notice is not a lot of you are going to have this lovely setup, right? So basically, what we would want to do next is to bring in a partner or a doorknob, whichever is easier to find. So Ryan's going to hold one end, and I'm going to hold the other end. We're going to step far enough apart that we feel some tension on the band. On the count of 3, we're going to press out together. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and out. And now we're going to hold. Again, we're both squeezing our glutes, feet are close together, arms are extended fully, and we can both feel our core working here in this position. So we'll bring it back in. Now, like I said, if you don't have a partner, attach one end to a doorknob. Okay? Now, we did all of these exercises in one direction, okay? In reality, I should probably have Ryan turn and face the other direction, but I don't want you to stare at the back of his head. His face is much prettier than the back of his head, so we're gonna let you look at that. So again, this is a simple exercise. We can easily incorporate this exercise at home. It's an easy thing to do. Don't be afraid to try it if you have a band at home. If you have questions about it, just let us know. And again, these videos are done to kind of help so that you guys can understand these exercises at home and you can incorporate them in your own program. Please, please take the time to try these exercises. If you have any other questions, just let us know. And again, thank you for watching our videos. We appreciate it.